Hello, my name is Benny. This is my beautiful daughter Gigi in the background recording. So I fix and sell stoves, refrigerators, refurbished appliances, and I fix them up. I find them for either really cheap or I get them for free, and I fix them up and then I sell them. So right now I'm going to show you a stove that I got for free. It's really dirty. Yeah, I'll show the inside. So the main reason the lady got rid of this stove, she had a tenant in the house. She said everything works in the stove. I've already sprayed down the inside. And let me show you what I sprayed it down. This is the stuff I use to clean the inside of the oven. Sometimes I use it for the top as well. I've already sprayed this top. That's why you see this stuff right here. This is kind of what it looks like when it dries up. And I've already sprayed the inside. So it's been sitting for over a day, over 24 hours. You can already see, because this lining right here was, this lining all around here was a really dark and black and stuff. And you can see that the spray has already got into it and already gotten it clean. A lot of this stuff just needs to be scraped and wiped off. You see like all this stuff on the edges. I get all that stuff. It's like really. So I got the stove for free. Supposedly it works. Usually I would like to test them, but this stove particularly, that's why we're recording the video on this one, to show you like one of the worst of the worst. Yes. So I find them, clean them, disinfect them. Sometimes I gotta paint them. Sometimes I gotta fix little things. If you've seen that side, look at that. Wanna be just like a car or anything else. I've already sprayed all this stuff with disinfectant and oven cleaners and disinfectant. It's already been sitting over a day, so right now I'm at the point where I'm just wiping everything, getting everything clean to the point where I could bring it inside and test it and make sure everything's working. Then after I test it, if I need to touch it up with some paint, get the little parts that need to be touched up to get it looking all brand new again. And the best part about this, we're gonna actually make some money. So we're gonna sell it, make a profit. So basically all I'm paying for this at the moment is what I paid for the cleaning supplies, which the oven cleaner was $1.50. The Lysol, I got in a concentrate bottle. I think that got that for like 2 for $6 or something like that. So, you know, just like basically nothing. And then elbow grease. That's the main thing you gotta pay with it, is the elbow grease. Grease from your elbow. Just really putting the effort into cleaning it. Show you guys a little bit so that way, you know, some people will be like, oh, that's not the same stove. Like, yeah, it is. Stuff on the side. Well, another good thing that works on these is the Magic White Erasers. They work really great. I'm taking some of these stains out too. This one's pretty good color because it's white. So they sell appliance paint. It's like an epoxy at Home Depot and Lowe's. It's like $8 a bottle. Alright, so that's how it's looking so far compared to what it did. And then just like little spots like this will come out. Got like a scraper. Comes with like a razor for specifically for like glass and ovens and stuff. Also this door right here, I'll end up taking it off. I'll show you when I do. And then I'll take it all apart and clean the inside of the door to make sure I get all the stuff inside there. Because if you could see inside the door and the glass, look at that. That's gross. Look right there in the glass. Yeah, right there. See all that gunk? Look at that. That's in the glass. Make sure you're always changing your water, especially after you do the first wipe in the oven. Get that water. See, I don't want to continue cleaning the stove with this water, so now that I got a good wipe of it, change this water. I'll put some new water. This is what it looks like after we cleaned it all up so far. I still gotta wipe this little piece down, but this just comes right out. See? Anyways, good looking all in there. That's all done. So right now I'm gonna take the door off. Oh, you see how all this came off here? That looks really good. That's how you want it to look, because that looks like, you know, usually these have grease marks all over them, which it did. So I'm gonna show you how to take the door off. So door down. See this little latch right here? I have this little tool. It's got like a little hook. You can either use something like this or even a flathead screwdriver will work perfect. You're just gonna pop that up just like that. Do the other side. This pops right up. And then you put the door up. See, just the camera right out. Okay, now I can take I'm gonna unscrew the screws on the bottom and take the door apart to clean inside the door. These two screws here are a size T15. So that will take these out. There's 3 screws right here. It's a 1/4 inch bit. Take the middle one out last. You don't have to take this bolt out, and these two, you can leave those in. It will still come out even with those in there. Got my little hook tool that I use. You use anything really that you can get in there, and you're just gonna pull this up just like that. Now, get to the inside of that window that I was showing you. See here? That was that part. Look at how dirty that is over there. So I'm gonna put some gloves on before I start cleaning all that dust. It's just stuff that has accumulated there over the years. You know. One thing I am noticing, just offhand, off of looking at it like this, is that sometimes there's a glass that goes on top. Sometimes it's double glassed, usually it's double glass. So there's this glass that's on the bottom when you open the door. This is the glass that you see on the opposite side, and then this is the inside, and there's usually another glass that sits on top of here, which obviously is not here. That's the way it came, and that's the way we're gonna fix it. And also very important, these two little things right here, they sit up, and that's where your screws are gonna go back in for your handle. But the handle's already screwed in on this one, as you can see, these bolts. So that just basically like sits there in place, and that's where the screws go in. So this is what it looks like before I clean it. It's all stains everywhere. And then when I snap my finger and I come back, it's gonna be all clean. I'm gonna say abracadabra. 3, 2, 1. Abracadabra. So obviously there's gonna be a few things that are just not gonna come off, you know, but for the most part it looks pretty darn good. That piece where all that hair was, remember? In there. And I'm gonna put it back on top of here. And then I'll just put it back together. Alright, so remember putting these little hooks in right here. They go on the where the handles are going. It's really important. They're going to be standing up. There's nothing really holding them, so they will fall over if I don't put it on perfectly. So you have to like kind of time how you put it on. But we're going to do it in real time so you can see. So what we'll do is this one's still up. This one fell down, so I'm going to put it back up. If you look close enough when you're doing it, there is like these little marks that kind of show like where they sit exactly. Exactly in there. So it needs to be this way a little bit. That one I think is in. It's kind of hard to move it with gloves on. You're gonna need your bare hands to grip it. That's why I use that little tool that with the hook, and then I can kind of pull this end up and set this in there perfectly where I need to. See the little marks in there? I don't know if you can see. Show you like kind of how this needs to sit. It could be a little off. So what I'll do is grab a 215 bit, get the screws stuck on. It starts giving you a hard time going in like that one was. I mean, it's not exactly where it needs to be. But this one kind of moved too, so. It's always easier when you're putting them in if you put the middle one first. So the ones on the other side, they just fall into place. Alright, so this is the finished product so far. Look at it, touch it up with the appliance paint. See all the spots that had little rust spots, I touched it up. Alright, so this little spot right here is the one that I'm going to touch up with a razor. So I hit that with appliance paint all over here because it was all rusted. That excess paint off the glass. There was rust spots all on here that are gone. And the only thing I think I haven't done was I have to put the racks back in. Big difference right there. Look, you can actually see the steel. Clean the racks and put them back in, and this thing's ready to be sold. Probably ask 200, 175 to 200. Then if I have to deliver it, depending on where they're located, usually around $50 to $100, depending on location for delivery.